this up is because the subject we're diving into today, he convicted me through my diary, out of all things. I'll give you a bit more context for that. So one night I was writing about my day, venting about ways I fallen short and how I could do better. But then when it came time for me to write my praises to God and thank Jesus for the grace he had given me throughout the day, I went to switch paragraphs. I paused a second, and in the back of my head I heard a voice say, "Stop. Keep me in the same paragraph." Now, though figuratively, in this moment, Jesus told me not to separate my life, my struggles, from his perfection. He was a real person in this world. He understands how hard it is, what we go through, and how we feel. So there is no reason we should feel embarrassed or ashamed to open up to him. Now, this is just a silly example from personal experience, but honesty with God is genuinely one of the most valuable things we could ever have in this lifetime. Maybe you're still feeling a bit anxious or nervous to open up to him. Understandable, especially when the world says it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for a perfect man to come die for the common man. It doesn't make sense for a perfect, all-powerful God to protect and forgive the sinner. But you see, in Matthew 11, 28 through 29, Jesus says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Now, I don't know about you, but to me that does not seem like a God that wants to be separated from your struggles. Jesus tells us to come to him for rest, and that we will learn from him. He knows our needs, so why hide them? Now, going back a bit, the world is right about one thing. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for a perfect God to care the way he cares. But that's what's so great about Jesus. He doesn't have to, he wants to.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be in the same sentence as your situation. He wants to be. His perfection doesn't change based on how you receive it. On the days you can't even pray for yourself, he's saying, "Let me stay next to you. Never mind the same sentence or the same paragraph. Let my life be in the same breath as your pain." In Hebrews 7:25, we're told Jesus lives to intercede for us. Therefore, he is able to save completely those who come to God through him, because he always lives to intercede for them. Get honest with him. He understands you. He understands you more than you understand yourself. He already knows everything about you, and he already chose you. When you realize this, the stronghold, the grip that your struggles have on you, begin to loosen. Honesty is a weapon. It's a weapon against the enemy's lies. But more importantly, honesty is surrender. When you surrender, I mean really surrender with your body, heart, mind, and soul, he renews you. He can work. His power is made perfect in weakness, and he has sufficient grace, ready to be given. But to give a gift, the person it's for must receive it. Jesus doesn't want you to save him for a day when you have it all together. He died for your real life, not the one you think is worthy. And he doesn't want to be separated from your sin, because he's the only one who can cure it.
Wow.
So today I challenge you, get real with God. Thank you.
So you have a little bit more time you can even use. So we'll pass it off to Indy.
Thanks for that, Macy. I like that. I like the really great personal example.